Do you want to know the 4 things you absolutely have to have in alignment that have to be done every single day for you to become a listing king or queen, for that matter? There are 4 things that are just so instrumental in making sure that you are going to kill it with your listing business. My name is Chris Stafford. I'm a 30-plus year listing agent in San Francisco. Still in the trenches. I know what works and what doesn't work in today's crazy market. I'm also the founder of the Listing Collective, coaching some of the top listing agents in the country. And let me tell you, as part of the Listing Collective, we have a mastermind group meeting every single month where all the top listing agents come together and we exchange ideas and motivate each other, come up with great listing ideas. It's just a real fun group. We giggle and laugh, and it's just fun. But yesterday we had our mastermind group meeting, and I interviewed Sharon Gist. Now, Sharon Gist is a counselor, entrepreneur. She's an amazing woman. She also happens to be my spiritual coach. Sharon is truly amazing. She started a $3 billion company on Wall Street, got burned out, gave it all up, went into counseling, and she's just an amazing entrepreneur. And I was interviewing her yesterday in the mastermind group meeting as she was on as a guest, and we were talking about, why do people self-sabotage? Why is it that you're not prospecting every day for new listings like you should be? Why do we all sit on the pity pot? Why do we not do what we know that we have to do? And I think this was just an interesting conversation that we had. I really want you to be part of this mastermind group. Hit the link down below and let's talk about how you can join the Listing Collective. But basically, there are 4 things that have to be in alignment for us to really succeed. And I thought it was really interesting because, well, let me just tell you the 4 things. Number 1 is vision. Okay, so you have to have a strong vision for your business. It's so funny when I start coaching new coaching clients in the Listing Collective, one of the first things I have them do is really set up and establish what is their vision. What do they want to see happen in their business? And, it's really interesting because, it seems like such an easy question, but many times we have these long protruded conversations about what am I willing to do? What do I really want the business to look like? What does success look like for me? And should I be realistic? Should I be outlandish and have crazy goals that are going to make this vision of mine just explode? And, one of the things I think is really important is that many entrepreneurs and listing agents don't have a vision. They don't know when are they going to be successful. What does it look like? What does it mean for your clients? What does it mean for your family? What does it mean for your lifestyle? Where are you living? Where are you vacationing? How are you conducting your life? How are you conducting your business? Are you a one-man shop, or do you really want to have a big team doing hundreds of deals a year? What is your vision for your business? Because again, I think this is super important, that if you don't know what your vision looks like and what your success looks like, for me personally, I don't understand how or why you're even doing the business, the listing business, because my vision is so crazy intense that I meditate on every single day, because I have just a wild ass vision for my life and what success means for me. And that's what sustains me. That's really what keeps me going through the difficult days. And it's just really important that you have this vision. Now, the second thing is your belief. And this is where it gets a little tricky, because in your core, subconsciously, you really have to believe that you can accomplish your vision. It's as simple as that. You have to believe in your heart of hearts that you can do this. So even if your vision is crazy, if you're doing 2 deals a year and you want to do 100 deals a year, and your conscious brain's going, how am I going to do that? How is that going to happen? You still have to, in your heart of hearts, believe that you can do that. Because if you don't believe that you can make that happen, then guess what? It's not going to happen. So that is something that's really important. Now, all four of these things, the first being vision and belief, all four of these things that I've mentioned need to be in alignment. And I'll say that 18 million times. They have to be in alignment. The next one is love. You have to have so much love for yourself, for your family, for the people you're working with, and most importantly, did I say yourself? Because the love for yourself is what's going to keep you out of hot water. It's going to keep you from doing stupid things like eating a bag of potato chips. It's just really super important that you come at everything in life from a place of love, because being just a pissed off person in real estate isn't going to get you anywhere. And your life is going to be absolutely miserable, should I say. And then the fourth thing that I think is really probably the thing that ties them all together, that's probably the most important thing, and maybe this should go to number one, and that is gratitude. You have to be grateful. You have to be grateful for every single thing in your life. Even if everything is going to hell in a handbasket and your business is not working, you're having money problems, even if you're having health problems, relationship problems, it's something that it's really important. You can always find something to be grateful for in in life, even if it's just your breathing. You have to be grateful. The gratitude in your head and in your heart, more importantly, is going to tie all these together and is going to make it's like the superpower, the supercharger to everything else. So you've got to have your vision, your belief, your love, and your gratitude all in alignment. They have to be all firing on 8 cylinders for your dreams to come true. This is so important that I practice this every single day. And if you don't have these things in alignment, that's when things start falling apart. That's when your vision gets messed up. That's when you start losing deals. That's when just crazy things happen in your life. You start feeling sick, or relationships aren't there, or fill in the blank. It's really important that all 4 of these things are in alignment. These 4 things being in alignment will help you stop your self-sabotage, because that is the biggest thing that I see that in our listing business, when I'm coaching listing agents, is they're self-sabotaging themselves all the time. When business is good and when business is bad, they're always doing it. I do it myself. I have to stop and catch myself when I'm doing something stupid like eating a whole bag of chips. That is not in alignment with your belief, your vision, your love, and your gratitude. The alignment of those 4 things is really what's going to take you to the next level. Now, if you want to talk more about how we can implement this into your business, hit the link down below. Let's jump on a quick call, book a call with me. Otherwise, really take this to heart. The 4 key factors that you need to be in alignment. Again, vision, belief, love, gratitude. Practice that every day and see where it takes you in life.